Hi, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of our podcast, Reflections of Fredonia. My name is Jack Croxton. I am a retired faculty member from SUNY Fredonia. I taught in the Department of Psychology for over 40 years. In our podcast, we have been interviewing Fredonia alumni to find out what they have been up to since graduating from Fredonia and to give them an opportunity to reflect on some of the experiences that they had while they were attending Fredonia. We are recording from right here at the Fredonia Radio Systems on Fredonia's campus. This is Fredonia's student-run radio station.
Hi, everybody. My name is Chloe Kowalik. I initially graduated from Fredonia in May 2024, and I am currently a graduate student getting my Master's of Science in Clinical Mental Health Counseling here at Fredonia as well.
For today's podcast, we have a very special guest. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself by telling us your name and when you graduated from Fredonia.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christiana Mather. I am a 2020 Fredonia graduate. I'm really excited to be here.
So what did you study while you were a student here at Fredonia?
While at Fredonia, I was a biology major with 2 minors in chemistry and public health.
Awesome. So what made you want to come to Fredonia initially? How did it kind of get on your radar?
So back in 2015, Fredonia actually had a dual program with University at Buffalo. It was a 3+4 program, meaning you would spend 3 years at Fredonia and then 4 years would be at the University at Buffalo School of Dental Medicine. I always knew I wanted to be a dentist when I was 16. So that kind of attracted me to Fredonia, kind of getting me a gateway right into dental school. But then when I toured Fredonia is when I really fell in love. I loved the community. I loved just everything. It just seemed like everyone knew who you were. Like you weren't a number, you weren't just a face. Like everyone was very welcoming, and that's what made me fall in love with the campus. Even though the 3+4 program kind of fizzled out, the year I was supposed to apply, UB actually got rid of it. But everything happens for a reason, and I'm happy to say I am in dental school, just not at UB.
Cool. Yeah, we'll get into that too.
So I'm curious. So at the age of 16, you knew that you wanted to become a dentist. How'd that happen?
Well, so I had braces. I had braces from 7th grade to 9th grade. I loved my braces. I don't know why. Like I looked super geeky and dorky, but for whatever reason, I loved them. And I also really loved my orthodontist. And when I got my braces off, I felt like he was able to give me this level of confidence that I didn't have before. And I wanted to be able to give that gift to others. So that's kind of what opened my mind up into becoming a dentist. I originally wanted to become an orthodontist just because I didn't really understand what a general dentist did at the time, just because I'd never really had cavities or anything like that. But that was kind of the gateway. And my entire reason to be a dentist is just to give the gift of confidence in a way that's more permanent than just like lipstick or makeup.
Okay.
I like that.
So do you have any favorite memories or experiences from the time that you were a student here?
Yes, I do. Honestly, I reminisce on my memories of Fredonia a lot. Some of the best memories I made actually was during my senior year. And I lived on Lambert at the time. And of course, we all know March 2020 is when the world shut down. But my entire senior class basically stayed in Fredonia during those 2 months in our senior houses. And although we couldn't, be throwing parties or anything like that, we would still have campfires and just wholesome game nights and stuff like that. And those are memories that I will never forget. We made the most out of something that was so uncertain. And I still talk to those people today. And that last final year, even though it didn't go the way that it was planned, it was the most memorable that we could have made it out of anything. And even some of the classes I took before COVID with Dr. Brown, my ecology class, we had to do this crazy research project on basically anything in the environment. And me and another classmate and I actually looked at the sexual cannibalism of praying mantises,
Oh,
which is
wow.
Okay.
insane.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of students at other schools don't kind of get this hands-on experience that we got in Fredonia. I mean, we were out in the creek looking for fish, mantis, like praying mantises, all these things to do research on them. And I don't know. The field work that I got at Fredonia, I think is such a unique experience. On top of all the other unique experiences that I got in Fredonia, I will cherish my time forever.
Yep. I think he's chair of the biology department
Oh, good for
now.
him. That's amazing. That's great to hear.
And
Wow.
I think he also got a Fulbright fellowship to go to some other country to do his research.
Wow.
I want to think maybe India, but
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. That's
he's done very
amazing.
well with his research. Anybody else in biology you remember?
Yes, Dr. Ferguson for the genetics department, his class was still to this date one of the hardest classes I've taken in my entire life. But that class like taught me and showed me that like I know what I'm doing. I'm here for a reason and like I can do hard things. And even though we were just basically dissecting fruit flies and trying to augment their genes, it was something so like not simple at all, something so small and almost insignificant when you look at the grand scheme of things in the world. Like, okay, we're changing the genes of fruit flies. What does that have to do with anything? But it really opened my eyes to genetics and kind of made me appreciate how things go right in the world, when things go wrong. And that even comes into teeth. Like learning about the genetics of teeth was huge for me to go back to like the basics of genetics, learning with Dr. Ferguson. And I think he's an amazing professor. I hope he's still there. I don't know if he
He
is or not.
is.
Yeah.
Yep, he
Oh,
is.
wow. That's great to hear.
I still go to a Friday lunch group of people in the social and natural sciences, and Scott is usually at those lunches. So I get a chance usually,
Oh, that's
even in
awesome.
retirement, I get to see him like once a week. And
Oh,
Dr.
wow. Well, if
Brown,
you see him, tell him I said hi.
yeah, Dr. Brown also comes to those lunches. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
I'll,
Is Dr. Lee still
yes, yeah, Ted Lee.
around? Yes, Ted Lee.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's one of the lunch group.
Okay. Yeah, he was a huge supporter in me going to dental school and really kind of helped me. There wasn't a lot of kids in my class that wanted to go to dental school at the time. It was really only me and one other girl. So he was a huge help for me in applying and getting me to where I am today.
I have to say that your story with the braces brings back a memory for me. When I was a kid, I had braces,
Okay.
and then I came to Fredonia as an adult after graduate school and everything, and we found a dentist to go to. And after a few times, he said, "Hey, have you ever thought about getting braces?" I said,
Oh,
Oh
I
my
already
God.
had braces once."
I already had braces.
So I said, maybe I better go see a different dentist.
That's pretty funny.
no.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so we saw that you're continuing your education at the School of Dental Medicine at the University of Pittsburgh. So, how
Yes.
did you kind of transition from Fredonia to the University of Pittsburgh?
So honestly, after graduating Fredonia, I wasn't sure. I had like my application ready to go for dental school. However, I studied abroad in 2019, and because of studying abroad, I didn't take like the entrance exam to get into dental school until after I had returned. And then with COVID and everything else, it ended up pushing my exam back, and like I applied late.
Mm.
I ended up getting waitlisted. It was a whole year of uncertainty and kind of just I was just so like upset. I didn't know where my life was going. I just kind of felt lost. And then just happened to apply to the University of Pittsburgh because it was only 3 hours away from Buffalo, and I found out that they had a very unique program within their dental school where you got to treat patients with special needs. And I'm very, very passionate about people with special needs. In high school, I used to teach dance classes to children and adults with special needs, and I continued that through Fredonia. So I wanted to go to a dental school that like that taught its students to treat special needs patients and not ignore them like the rest of the world does. So I thought that was really important to me, and other dental schools like UB don't offer that. So that was what initially guided me to Pittsburgh. And then once I interviewed there, I fell in love kind of the same way that I fell in love with Fredonia. I fell in love with the faculty and the fact that you're not a number, you're not just a face, like you're somebody that everyone recognizes and wants to succeed. And I'm very happy with my decision. I love Pittsburgh. And I think it's a lot similar to Buffalo in the sense of kind of, a sports city with a drinking problem-esque kind of thing, which I love.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, have you become a Pirates or a Steelers or a Penguins fan?
I will say I love the Pirates. I love the Penguins. I can respect the Steelers, but still a diehard Bills fan through and
That's
through.
good.
Well, I remember in high school, I thought about going to the University of Pittsburgh. I remember,
Oh, no way.
and I remember seeing, what was it, the Cathedral of Learning
Yes,
on
Taffy.
Pittsburgh's campus.
Yes.
So, but that's probably not where you go to the area of the campus you're at, right?
Yeah, that's like the lower campus. Our campus is like up the hill a little bit near the hospital, but we took our like white coat pictures right in front of the Cathedral of Learning and everything like that. And I've been taking like D1, D2, D3, D4 pictures in front of that building for the last 4 years. I love it. I've even studied in there before.
Okay. So tell us maybe a little bit of the experiences that you've gotten in graduate school so far. Anything in particular surprised you or anything like that?
I will say, before coming, I obviously did a lot of shadowing in Fredonia in an undergrad, to, be able to apply to dental school, but I didn't realize how bloody mouths are at the time. Because, like, when you're shadowing, you're just kind of there. You're not, seeing the nitty gritty. You're not really, you can barely see anything. You're basically trying to look through somebody else's head and you can't see anything. So once I got to dental school and I realized how bloody things can get, I was definitely surprised. I felt like I wasn't prepared for that. And as somebody that grew up not even being able to watch like cartoon blood on the screen, that was something that I had to overcome. And I'm very proud of myself. I've extracted probably over 100 teeth now, lots of blood involved.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, make me pass out or want to throw up anymore. So, if anyone's listening to this and wants to go to dental school, it is a lot bloodier than you may expect. But in a good way, because you're always helping the person that, that's bleeding.
Right.
You're taking their tooth out that's hurting them.
Yeah.
Some other experiences though, like back to the special needs clinic, like I said, Pitt is one of the only schools in the country that treats special needs patients in an OR. So that means we completely sedate these patients so they are able to get routine dental care. A lot of the patients that we see have cerebral palsy or Down syndrome or other things where a dental office causes so much anxiety and a lot of scary things are going on. So we're able to put them to sleep, get their dental work done, and then we see them again in about 6 months or a year. Some of my favorite patient interactions have been in the special needs clinic. One of the patients I worked with, for example, he is a 40-year-old man, but he loves High School Musical. I love High School Musical. So for the entire appointment, he is a patient that doesn't need sedation. So for our entire appointment, we listen to High School Musical the entire time, and we're singing and dancing. And there's nothing more fun than that experience. And Pitt really cultivates a warm and welcoming environment for everyone.
I wondered about that because I know I have friends who are just deathly afraid of going to the dentist.
Yeah.
Do they teach you anything about how to work with people who are just so scared of being in a dentist chair?
Yeah, honestly, they teach us a lot of behavioral techniques. The one we do with children, not necessarily adults, is tell, show, do. So like we'll show them an instrument, like a dental instrument, show them how it works. Let them hold it before we put it in their mouth or do anything like that. And we do that with a lot of special needs patients too. For adults, we actually offer nitrous oxide, which is essentially laughing gas, to kind of bring the heightened sensitivity down and the heightened anxiety down while you're getting your dental procedure. And by May, I will be certified in nitrous oxide, so I'll be able to bring that to my future offices and stuff like that, which is really exciting.
Great.
Yeah, that's awesome. What are maybe some goals that you have for your future, or where do you see your career taking you?
So, I have gone back and forth between like I said, before starting dental school, I wanted to be an orthodontist. I think there's a lot more in general dentistry that you can give the gift of confidence by not by just doing braces. You can
Mm-hmm.
do implants, you can do Invisalign, you can do crowns and bridges, and I love that kind of stuff. So, I'm doing a 1 year residency next year through the University of Pittsburgh in Titusville, Pennsylvania. But after that, I'm not really sure. I feel like the world is my oyster. I kind of am interested in moving south, kind of to get out of the Northeast winters and see where that takes me. But I'm not exactly sure where I want to settle yet. I'm looking into North Carolina, maybe Florida, but I'm also interested in cosmetic dentistry and I'm also interested in special needs dentistry. So I feel like I still have a lot to explore, but I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Well, it certainly sounds like that dream you had when you were 16 years old is coming to fruition.
Yes, finally. I mean, like 10 years in the making, but yeah, it's finally here.
That's great. So, how do you feel your time at Fredonia helped to shape your path to where you are today?
I think because Fredonia gave me so many opportunities that weren't just textbook or classroom opportunities, I was able to connect with so many different groups of people that I have become so much more personable in the sense of being like a chairside dentist. You don't want to go to a dentist that you don't feel comfortable with. You don't want to go to a dentist that you don't feel like you can talk to. Because of my experiences at Fredonia and just my experiences after Fredonia, I feel like I can talk to anyone and make almost anyone feel comfortable in my chair. And I think that is the most important quality to have as a dentist, especially because no one likes going to the dentist. So if you like your dentist, it might be that much better.
Well, I think you might want to give serious consideration to moving to Fredonia because I want to have you as my dentist.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. I actually shadowed Dr. Zhu. He's a prosthodontist right in the village of Fredonia. I don't know if he's still there or not, but I spent many months with him, and he was a big driver into me wanting to pursue implant dentistry and like cosmetics and stuff like that.
Hmm.
He's a great dentist if you're looking for a dentist in
Well, that's
Fredonia.
funny because he is my dentist.
Are you kidding me?
No,
No way.
that's who I go to see.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he'll remember me, but tell
Yeah,
him
he's and his wife's in
and his
practice
wife,
too,
yes.
in the same office.
Same office? Oh, that's amazing. That's great to hear. They're such a great family.
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah. No, that's funny. Well, that's quite a quite a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is funny.
Well, I'll give him your regards next time I'm in the dentist chair.
Yay, I'm so happy to hear that.
So, what advice would you offer for current Fredonia students?
I think the biggest advice I have for current Fredonia students would be just to do it all. I know that sounds overwhelming, but if there's an opportunity given to you, even if you don't think it'll have anything to do with your future career plans, do it anyway, because it's going to build you into a completely different person. Whatever that experience is, you're just going to come out with more experience. Even if it's not exactly in the field that you want to be in, it's going to make you a well-rounded person and person that people want to be around. And I feel like at my time at Fredonia, every opportunity that I was presented, I just took it to fill up my resume, to, do everything under the sun. And I think I'm a better person for it. I do.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I think you could have a side gig as a spokesperson for SUNY Fredonia.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I could too. I gloat about Fredonia. I literally talk about it all the time. Fredonia sent me like stickers in the mail, and I literally have them on
Yes.
my like dental loops case.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I got that too. I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
Yes.
I have the squirrel
Yes,
on
the
my
squirrel.
on my case.
That's so cool.
Well, that's great. And that just about wraps up our interview for today. Or is there anything else you feel like you'd like to add before we wrap up?
Honestly, no. Go Blue Devils. I guess that's it.
All right, then. Well, thank you so much for appearing on our podcast today. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. I had a great time. It was great talking to you guys.
Thank you again. So I am Jack Croxton.
And I'm Chloe Kowalik, and we'll see you in the next podcast.